It was one of the truly sad moments of American history that the Bush administration chose to respond to the serious security threat posed by the September 11th terrorist attacks by resorting to torture. Now, it didn't call it that. It called it enhanced interrogation techniques. But behind that euphemism was blatant illegality. Things like waterboarding, mock execution by way of drowning, are blatantly illegal under both domestic and international law. Torture can never be used, even in time of war. But the Bush administration used it over and over again with incredible brutality. We now know that the Bush administration's rationale for its resort to torture, its claim that it was useful, that the torture protected us, we know that that was false. The significance of the Senate Intelligence Committee report today is that it shows that despite those claims, we didn't get actionable intelligence that couldn't have been obtained through lawful means. Now, the CIA also says that it's unfair to second-guess them because they relied on legal opinions issued by the most senior lawyers of the Bush Justice Department, saying that this wasn't torture, that these enhanced interrogation techniques were legal, they were okay. Every soldier in war knows that you should never follow an illegal order, and we should expect no less from the CIA. If you look at these legal opinions, the so-called torture memos, these are not honest interpretations of the law. These are twisted efforts to justify the unjustifiable. They did not merit any deference, and the CIA's own lawyers, the senior officials in the CIA, should have seen that, known better, and refused to go along with the Bush administration's plan of torture. Now, one sad fact is that those lawyers themselves have never been disciplined, let alone prosecuted, for becoming essentially accomplices in torture. That's part of a broader problem, because President Obama came into office, and as far as we know, he stopped the torture, and that was important. But he's absolutely refused to permit broad investigation of the torture, let alone prosecution of the torturers. Using the slogan, "We're going to look forward, not back," he decided to move on. He had more important things to do than to prosecute this blatant illegality. So unfortunately, we get this important report from the Senate Intelligence Committee. It's an important statement of the truth, but there's no prospect of prosecution. And that's a very dangerous state of affairs, because what that means is that some future president facing a future security threat is going to look at torture as a policy option. President Obama could have said, no, this is clear illegality. We're going to prosecute this illegality. We're going to make clear that it should never happen again. But by choosing to move on, to forget about the past, not to prosecute this serious crime, Obama is keeping torture as a misguided, wrongful policy option for some future American president. It's not too late to change that. Obama still has 2 more years. So I hope he heeds the lesson from the Senate Intelligence Committee report and recognizes that this was not just wrong, it was not just unhelpful, but it was illegal and should be prosecuted.